John Heyman, John Morosi yesterday. Oh, yeah, 2 of those 4. That's definitely in play.
Is it, though?
At least one.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure anymore.
They got to get one of these guys, right? They got to field a roster.
I mean, look, I think it's fair to hope for Bregman, but I do now think it's more hope than like a lock.
Yeah.
What did Bradfo tell us yesterday?
51% now. He added 2% to him coming back.
He flipped his
more
numbers.
likely that he's back.
Last we talked to Bradfo like a couple weeks ago, he's like 51% to 49 more likely he leaves. Now he's 51 to 49 more likely he stays. Either way, we're talking a coin flip at best.
Bradford did tell us to have that ready.
He did tell us to expect a sad trombone.
Man.
And boy, oh boy, did we get that yesterday.
He was right.
So here's the thing. Okay. Last week, Keefe, we were still so hopeful. I mean, yesterday we were still hopeful. At least until about this point in the show yesterday.
Bushy-tailed.
Wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, very, very hopeful.
Yeah.
We thought things could happen.
What happened?
Spoiler alert, they did not.
I don't even want to be around anymore.
That's kind of where we're at.
I'm not at the risk of hyperbole, Jones,
Yeah.
that was the worst move that could have happened. In my opinion.
Alonso to the Orioles.
To me, or just Alonso's not signing with the Red Sox.
Okay, but Alonso to the Mets, wouldn't you feel way differently about than Alonso to the Orioles?
I just think Alonso not to the Red Sox was such a crushing blow.
Bad enough, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
him going back to the Mets, you'd go, all right.
No,
well,
I guess that detail to it makes it worse.
Yeah.
But I just mean, like, of all the different players, because, Kyle Schwarber didn't think it was realistic. Tarek Skubal, as much as I want that, I don't think it's realistic. Some of the other names that are out there, even Bregman, like, this is where you and I disagree. I would rather have Alonso than Bregman. And so if Bregman signed somewhere else, I wouldn't have been as soul-crushed as I was Pete Alonso signing somewhere else.
Right. If
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if Bregman went to the Orioles, but they got Alonso, you'd be happy.
I'd be like, oh, that's too bad they didn't get Bregman. I would have liked him back too. They got 50 home runs coming in.
I still have Bregman at the top of my list, but I acknowledge that it doesn't feel exciting and it feels very underwhelming. And at the end of the day, you've just run back your team from a year. I acknowledge all those things, but I value Bregman and I want him back. And that's because he's a winning player and because he's done it here and he is a leader. And I still think there's defensive value to him that Alonso doesn't bring.
No, he's not great.
So to me, I think all those things. But we go on the clock every Thursday at high noon. We might have to keep going on the clock every Thursday at high noon with specific Red Sox plans, and they keep effing it up.
They keep
like
losing
one
of the guys in our plan. We'll have to adapt.
Okay. So who wants first ups here? I feel like you typically
I go
take
up first.
ups.
Oh, so you want to go first then?
Well, I'm saying,
or
I'm
you think it's good?
Why don't you give me first crack at it, if you
right.
will, Nick? I'd like to go on the clock here with my Red Sox plan. All right, here's what the Red Sox do now in just 60 seconds. I thought about like selling the team and burning it down and tanking. I thought about all these things, but I want to soldier forward. So I want the Red Sox to trade for Isaac Paredes. He can play first or third, 253, 20 homers, 53 RBIs. Get excited for that. Not only Isaac, though, you can pair him with Eugenio Suarez. He's 35. Pete Alonso was too old, but he's 35. 228, 49, 118. Then you sell Yoshida. You get him out of here. You got to make John and Linda happy and save some cash. So my DH in his place, some amalgamation of your outfielders, which means you're keeping Jarren Duran. He's still a Red Sox. He's not going anywhere. Get excited. Your rotation, Crochet, Bayo, Gray, Oviedo, and Tolley, same as last week. Infield, Paredes, Meyer, Story, Suarez. Outfield, Abreu, Rafaela, and Anthony. That should get you right around last place in the AL, but you save a crap ton of money, and I think it all goes according to plan for the Red Sox. That's my new plan. I think that's a great plan for the team. Finish in last, bring in Paredes and Suarez, do nothing.
Are the Suarez jerseys in stock by the time Christmas rolls around?
And people will really, really, really get on board with it and like that.
I think you just want to say Isaac.
Yeah, you want to say Isaac Paredes
like
several times.
Yeah.
That's all. The only reason why he was in there.
Okay, that's my plan.
Yeah.
I'm now bracing for that, by the way, which would be shameful.
Okay.
Let's hear Keefe's new plan.
All right, in the words of Joshua Adams, stay positive and stay strong. Here's what I'm going to do. I have to pivot at this point. I'm calling up the Kansas City Royals, and I'm making a massive deal with the Royals, starting with Vinny Pasquantino.
Pasquatch!
The owner of two of the best nicknames in sports, the Pasquatch and the Italian Breakfast. You can even bring the Sasquatch that goes to the game, stick him up in the monster. He hit 32 home runs last year, drove in 113, and he plays first base. Lefty stick, that's fine. We'll deal with that later. But now I have the Pasquatch at first. That same deal, I'm getting Cole Reagans. Stealing from your plan from before, but I'm bringing in Cole Reagans.
Hell yeah.
And you're trading away one of Duran and Abreu, one of Tolle and Early, and whatever else they want in the minor league system, and for good measure, Tristan Casas. Then the one big free agent signing, Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette, so you can do the Boba Fett night, dressed up as Bo Bichette is. He's going to play second or third. Meyer's going to play second or third with the Pasquatch over at first. And now I have Reagans as my number 2 starter behind Crochet.
Okay. I like your plan better. I'm not going to lie. You have a better plan than me.
I don't know how realistic it is, but it's really one free agent signing because you don't have to pay Reagans or Pasquatch yet. So that might be more of something they'd be willing to do. Now, I don't know why the Royals would want to trade the Pasquatch. It's not ideal.
His name's been out there.
The Italian breakfast. His name has been out there.
We never talk about these plans, Keith. These are always very organic and they come up on the air.
Yeah.
No joke. When Ken popped in the last break, I reworked my whole plan. Ken's like, well, what about Suarez? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. And then I'm like, no, maybe I do have a new plan.
I'll take the old guy.
You know who was in my original plan?
Pasquatch?
Pasquatch.
Okay.
Pasquatch was in my original plan before I ripped it all to shreds in the last break. I turned around and I said, no, wait a minute. Actually, I want a sucky plan for this sucky team.
Listen,
but
they signed a guy who they thought was an actual panda years ago. So would they sign a guy that they think is a Sasquatch now? It'd be incredible.
Honestly. How do you
There's nobody I'd want more.
I don't know how you win the whole fan base back over, but how do you win
I
us?
think I got a pretty good idea.
You win us two morons back over pretty quick with the Pasquatch.
It's Italian breakfast night. It's Italian nightmare night. It's the Pasquatch night. All three of those sell themselves.
So, but I did not have Reagans and Pasquatch in my plan really was Bregman and Pasquatch, but
no, I'm past Bregman at this point. I think it would just annoy me. Like it really would, because it's just like, oh, let's bring the guy back and like celebrate that we made this big signing. It's like, no, you had him. You had him. You structured this deal this way. He goes somewhere else. I would rather have the new blood in Bo Bichette, who I know is not a power bat, but that's why you get the Pasquatch. I mean, Pasquatch and Bichette, that should be 50-plus home runs between the two. Mm-hmm. And now it's more of like a legitimate middle of the lineup with, Roman Anthony. Anthony will probably lead off again because he seemed to do really well with that. But then you have those other guys right after. If you go Anthony, Bichette, Pasquatch, you kind of Abreu story, you kind of get lost in it a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be the 04 Red Sox lineup no matter what happens this offseason, but you can kind of salvage it a little bit here. And Reagans, you brought him up a week ago, but Reagans kind of gives you that upside pitcher that you don't have to pay Dylan Cease money yet, and is somebody that you would expect a better season than like a Sonny Gray, even a Brian Bayo, honestly.
So... No, look, I like Reagans a lot, and I wonder if the pivot for the Red Sox is what's that?
Well, the guy who's like, Jesus, Keefe, why don't you ask for Bobby Witt? Well, next week.
I do like that your plan is just to become the Royals. I mean,
yeah.
I do like that.
Get as many Royals as you can.
Yeah, he did have the Royals in the World Series last year.
I like the Royals.
Yeah, that's true.
I was high
loves the Royals.
Yeah.
I like the uni. Were the unis in there?
Yeah.
Were our unis in there?
Yeah. The Bo Jackson ones, the light blues.
Oh, those are nice.
I had Bobby Witt as my MVP.
Any powder blue jersey uniform made in any sport. I'm sorry, you were in on Witt, yeah?
I'll take Bobby Witt. No, I had him last year as my MVP. He did not win, but hit a lot of doubles. I also had him in the dong pool. I had him in the dong pool, too. I was way in on Bobby Witt.
You were slap hitter team.
That's what we call over-leveraged on Bobby Witt Jr.
I think I might take Italian breakfast next year.
I like
Kidding
it.
me?
I like it.
That's nice.
So anyway, you can weigh in with your plans. Go on the clock. 617-779-7937. Nothing to be afraid of after you heard those plans. 30 seconds.
You can probably top it.
30 seconds is what you get. Eugenio Suarez, 49 homers last year. I think our guy Gordo has been referring to him on Twitter. I think I'm attributing this properly.
Okay.
I think he's been referring to him as this year's Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander, though, could smack some dingers.
Well,
he could. Well, no, but I thought it wasn't just a one-year deal.
Santander was horrible last year, wasn't he?
No. But he had a great contract year.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But I'm saying he went on a stretch where he hit 33, 28, 44. Mm-hmm. Last year, he only managed 6. But he didn't play a lot. He missed a lot of time.
Okay, but Suarez went 31, 31, 22, 30, 49. I mean, 49's a big spike, but it's not like he was out of nowhere power.
No, but Santander also signed at 30. He didn't sign at 35.
Good point.
I don't really want Suarez. I thought he was a good mid-season acquisition.
Deadline. Right. No, but so that would be such a perfect.
But
Red
it's also
Sox
no
thing.
surprise. So like the Mariners last year had a really good deadline, and they got Suarez and they got Naylor, and then they get to the end of the season and they immediately sign Naylor. They did not immediately sign Suarez.
No.
True. I think that kind of tells you something.
Good point. Yeah. They kind of knew what they were getting into there. So no, I mean that'd
the
be
ball
such
flies out of Arizona too. By the way, because in 100, let's call it 106 games, he hit 36 home runs. In 53 games, he hit 13 with Seattle.
Yeah. we've gotten. I thought you were about to say this about Marte. You're
Oh,
saying
I
that
thought
about
you were
Suarez.
saying
Marte, the ball,
No.
the ball flies out there.
We've gotten texts about this the last couple of days that don't buy into Marte's numbers. They're fake in Arizona, et cetera, et
Is it
cetera.
like Story?
Maybe. I don't know if the splits are that bad. We can look them up. I don't know if the splits are that
Well,
bad.
he hit 189 with the Mariners in 53 games, so that's good.
No, he had a better bet. No, Marte had more road dongs than home dongs.
Well, road dunks.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
On
Sounds
the
like,
road dong, Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn.
sounds like somebody's ex-wife. Is what that sounds like.
No, Marte was actually better on the road last year.
Okay.
So it's not that.
All right, there you go. So anyway, those are our plans. Mine's
El
tongue
Nino.
Mine's tongue in cheek. Yeah, El Nino, of
El
course.
Nino.
Because I am starting to brace for the worst when it comes to the Red Sox. What the hell was I just going to say? When it came, so the one pivot for the Red Sox that I still allow for,
Yeah.
and I'm not like betting on it, but one way to kind of save the offseason is you do go all in on a pitcher. One of these like pitching trades, because you still have a surplus of outfielders, you still have prospects, you have young pitchers that can move.
Yeah, you
So-
could. I mean, theoretically, if you make a big time move for a guy, you could talk yourself into having the best American League rotation.
Well, and this is the thing, and this crystallized when Justin in DC called in and yelled at us earlier, and he's like, Orioles and their offensive war.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they have one pitcher. And so what's the pitching war? Like, what's the team? Like, what is Fangraphs projecting for the overall team? You're just giving me the offensive war. I get it. They can hit the crap out of the ball. Got it. But what about the pitching? And the Red Sox do have good pitching now. And if you added Reagans, if you added Freddie Peralta, who they're linked to, which I don't think they're going to get, but if you did something like that in addition to Bregman or Bichette, that's a way to salvage the offseason. But do I think any of that's likely? No, I do not.
unlikely.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
update on Corey Seager. This is from Jeff Passan. The Rangers are listening. Or I'm sorry, are in listening mode
Oh, they're in listening mode?
on star shortstop Corey Seager, who Nick hates. We figured
Nick
this out the
doesn't
other
like
day. Yeah, no,
Seager.
Nick is completely out on him.
Despite him having a 6.2 WAR in 102 games.
Yeah, extrapolate that.
102 games.
Extrapolate that though.
102
That's like
games.
I don't even know what that is. But it's almost
In
double digits.
2023, he finished second in the MVP, and he only played 119 games.
Nick's like, nah. He's
What the hell happened
he's
then?
a two-time World Series MVP, right? I don't have it in front of me. Isn't it two-time? Yeah, literally. I'm sorry. In the story I'm looking at from
Yes.
Passan, the
It
two-time
says
World
that.
Series MVP
I don't have it in front of me.
Can confirm.
is by any, it doesn't mean by any means
Nickname?
the two-time. Oh yeah,
Siegs.
Siegs. Nice.
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
worth
the issue
writing.
is you have to make the World Series to be World Series MVP.
That's true, but he's had some good
Yeah,
years.
that's a big step in winning World Series MVP. I'll give that to you.
You got to get there.
It doesn't mean by any means that he's going to be moved, but it reflects the Rangers' willingness to overhaul the team beyond their trade of Marcus Semien. To be abundantly clear, Texas isn't looking to shed the remaining 186 on his
God.
contract.
He has 15 World Series home runs.
He's awesome.
Ridiculous.
The return would need to overwhelm the Rangers, but they're facing a payroll crunch, and with Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber, Seager's deal is now quite appealing. He's only 31, plays an excellent shortstop, blah, blah, blah,
But
blah,
Corey
blah, blah, blah.
Seager makes no sense to the Red Sox based on what we have heard. So, like, they thought Pete Alonso's too old. He's the same age as Seager.
Yeah, but do
They
you
thought
believe
5
that? I don't believe the Alonso thing. I think that's like fake
Okay,
excuse
but,
making after the
all
fact.
right. As long as you're as long as you're ready to be proven how hypocritical you are, because just based off of that, they weren't going to go to 5 years for Alonso. There's 6 years left
Already on
for
this deal.
Seager,
Correct.
and it's at more money than you were willing to offer Alonso. And you could say Seager's a better player, but I'm kind of with Nick on this one. Like, not if he's not playing. Like, he's a better player theoretically, but if he's playing 50 less games than Pete Alonso is, I'll take Pete Alonso.
Well, yeah, me too. But that one's gone now. So I just think any Red
What about
Sox,
the Pasquatch?
any Red Sox, I like the Pasquatch.
Pasquatch over Seager,
Yeah,
Yeah.
based on nickname alone.
Nickname alone, but also
yeah, but you're gonna have to pay probably through the nose for either one. I think I agree with that.
Pasquatch is team friendly deal for like a few seasons.
Oh, I don't even think he's arbitration eligible yet.
He's just like a free guy.
My whole idea was I was like, give him Duran. They've been linked to Duran. I don't know why they take him. You already have to pay him, and they're trying to get out of
already tried
Pasquatch's
to fight
deal.
the
But
fans there.
yeah, well, whatever. Oh, good point. Good point. He does that most places.
Yeah.
No, the Red Sox even being linked to Seager, though, does tell me something about Trevor Story. I brought this up the other day. I don't think Story's a lock to be at shortstop. And that doesn't mean they're getting Seager, but Marcelo Meyer might get more of a sniff at shortstop. And
He should. He's a shortstop.
their best defensive alignment would be, and not to run this back with like the whole Rafael Devers thing all over again, But their best defensive alignment is Meyer at short, Story at second. And
Yeah.
Story played great at second years ago. I don't know if he'd ever go along with it. And by the way,
He might.
the fact that he opted in tells me maybe there's a wink and a nod agreement there somewhere.
Yeah.
But they might pull the rug out from under him like they did theoretically with Devers.
Because next year's the last year on his deal, meaning 27, right? So he has 2 years left when he opted in. So you have that. But I think at some point, Marcelo Meyer is going to play the position that you drafted him to play. Alex Cora has said time and time again, this guy is a shortstop, so he'll get there.
I'll tell you, though, the names are getting disappointing with the Red Sox.
You think?
I mentioned Suarez and Isak Paredes.
Paredes, yeah.
Who else were we just talking about? Oh, Corey Seager actually is not a depressing name.
No, that's a good name.
This one, though, and this would be like the Red Sox. Like, they should have got Suarez at the deadline, and then they turn around and sign him. Yandy Diaz is a player I like a lot, and I wanted them to trade for last year.
Yeah.
But again, the idea was now you're spackling together first base in the middle of the year. You just passed on two guys, certainly one guy, who could have helped you there. So to me, that's more frustrating.
Also 3
now that
years
we're
older than Pete Alonso.
Yeah, you look.
Where do you stand on Jorge Polanco?
Jorge Polanco, I'm not crazy about at all.
They need a second baseman.
Yeah.
He hit 26 bombs last year.
Yeah, what did he hit before that, though? I was looking at him a few weeks ago.
16?
Yeah, isn't he mostly like a in the teens guy?
He's mostly in the teens guy, but in 2021, he ran into 33 of them.
Maybe that's not the way we should refer to players, but yeah.
That's Wander Franco, also a free agent. Terrible.
But his year
Oh,
kind
I
of
like teens.
his
You love Polanco.
that's why I'm
Jones
just-
and Josh Giddey. Disgusting. 13th in the MVP
No,
in
but his-
2019.
But his year last year felt like a bit of an outlier.
Jorge Polanco?
Yeah, or it had been a while since he had
yeah,
another season
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I'm
that's
not
true.
crazy about him at all.
No, me neither.
But there you go. These are now what we're reduced to talking about.
Eeks.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yes.